Same molecule. One patient improves, the other gets worse. LSD and psilocybin, nearly identical at the receptor level, both bind to serotonin 2A, both dissolve the boundaries of self. But when researchers tracked suicidal ideation, psilocybin reduced it. LSD increased it. Same receptor, opposite outcome, and no one has explained why. This isn't an isolated finding. Across 10 completely separate domains, from veteran trauma treatment to obsessive-compulsive disorder, from alcohol dependence to treatment-resistant depression, the same mechanism keeps appearing. A serotonergic plasticity gateway. The brain's rigidity dissolves. Neural networks that were locked begin to reorganize. Clinical symptoms that resisted every other treatment begin to lift. 7 out of 10 cases show this convergence. Fields with no shared methodology, no shared vocabulary, all arriving at the same door. But the door opens differently for different people. In late-stage clinical trials, MDMA-assisted therapy produced the largest effect sizes ever recorded for PTSD treatment. Veterans who had failed every available medication showed sustained recovery after just 3 sessions. The evidence was overwhelming enough to earn FDA breakthrough designation. Psilocybin trials for depression followed the same pattern. EEG measurements showed neuroplasticity markers spiking in ways that exceeded placebo by margins researchers had never seen. The brain wasn't just changing temporarily, it was rebuilding itself. Across addiction, across anxiety, across the rigid loops of OCD, the same signal. Constraint relaxation, network reintegration. The architecture of suffering coming apart and reforming into something that could hold hope. But then, there is this. The FDA rejected MDMA for PTSD approval. Insufficient evidence, they said, despite the randomized controlled trials showing efficacy. The same agency that granted breakthrough designation reversed course. Esketamine was approved for treatment-resistant depression, but cost-effectiveness analyses showed combination therapy outperformed it. The treatment that got approved wasn't the treatment that worked best. And then, LSD, the molecule that should behave like psilocybin. The molecule that hits the same receptor, produces the same phenomenological states, dissolves the same boundaries. In suicidality tracking, it moved the numbers in the wrong direction. Same gateway, same mechanism, opposite result. 3 experiments could end this uncertainty. Block the serotonin 2A receptor with a selective antagonist while administering psilocybin. If the clinical benefits disappear, the mechanism is confirmed. If they persist, something else is happening entirely. Track neuroplasticity markers across LSD and psilocybin in the same patients. Find where the pathways diverge. Measure whether the acute network reorganization predicts who improves and who gets worse. The model has a fragility index of 0.173, robust, but not invulnerable. 10 bridge links hold it together. No single link is critical, but the contradictions aren't noise. They're pointing at something the model hasn't captured yet. This matters because these compounds are entering clinics now. Therapists are being trained, protocols are being written, and the science that should guide them is disagreeing with itself in ways that could determine who heals and who spirals. The brain's plasticity gateway exists. The evidence for that is overwhelming. But the key doesn't work the same way for everyone, and until we understand why, we're handing people a tool we don't fully comprehend. Same molecule. One patient improves, the other gets worse. The question isn't whether the gateway is real. The question is what happens when we open it.